Hi everyone, welcome back. This is for our third technique. This will be the rice. So I'm going to move my paper over so that you can see my watercolors still. So with your watercolors, again, remember you are using colors that are next to each other. So red and orange, orange and yellow, yellow and green, green and blue, blue and violet, violet and red. If you want to use three colors, just make sure they are in a row. Red, orange, yellow, yellow, green, blue, any of those, as long as they are all three in a row. We want to keep these next to each other because if we start to mix complementary colors, we get icky colors that mix to kind of a brown color. So if we mix red and green, we get kind of this brown color. If we mix yellow and violet, we get kind of an icky color. We get a really icky color if we mix blue and orange. Okay, so make sure you've got your clean brush. I am going to do, let's do green and blue. We'll just keep working my way down my color palette. So with this one, you want to make sure your paper's nice and wet. Just like with the coarse salt, we want a nice wet paper. So I'm going to start by adding some water to my green, and I'm just going to start painting. Now, don't be afraid to add too much water with this one. This one we need lots of water because that rice is going to absorb our water and it's going to create a cool pattern. So this might end up looking like Seahawks stuff. Unintentional. Not that I don't like the Seahawks, it's just unintentional. Okay, so you notice how my paper's starting to curl. That's great. We need lots of water for this one. Lots of water. So you can start to see how my paper is curving, which is awesome. I want that effect. And take and do some blue. Oh, I like that dark blue. Play around with your colors. You don't have to keep using the same colors. We're going to have fun next week with our paper. So we want to have some fun making it. And we'll have some fun once we get to actually use it. Okay, so my paper is pretty well covered with paint. So I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm just going to add another layer of water. Add some extra water. And I am just dipping this in my water cup and literally painting it on my paper. Because I want that extra water for our rice to absorb and see what happens. Now, I have never done the rice. I've done salt. I've done salt plenty of times, like we did in the last video. I've never done rice. This rice one is a new one to me, and I'm super excited to try it. So remember, you can use any type of rice as long as it is uncooked. Doesn't matter brand, doesn't matter whether it's instant, doesn't matter whether it's the stuff that takes 20 minutes, takes a half an hour, I don't know. Mine takes 20 minutes on the stove, that's all I know. I know some others may go faster. Okay, so my paper is pretty well soaking wet, which is good. So I'm going to take my rice and I'm going to pour it in my hand. And I don't need a whole lot. All I probably need less than this. So I'm just going to take and I'm going to put it on my paper. Just sprinkle it on your paper. Obviously, this, when we're done, is going to go into the garbage can. You're not going to put this rice back in your mom's container of rice. That would be bad. I would probably have a hissy fit if my children did that to mine. Okay. Now, I have extra. Am I going to stick this back in my container? No, I'm going to go throw it in the garbage can right now. Because I don't want stuff that is dirty back in my nice clean rice. Okay. So I am going to a little bit of extra. I'm going to take my spray bottle. I'm going to lightly spray my rice in my paper. Not a whole lot, just real light. If you don't have a spray bottle, that's okay. You don't need to worry about it. I just want to make sure that my rice gets nice and wet. Okay, that's it. How hard was that? That was super easy. I will see you in the next video where we're going to play around with lemon juice. Okay, bye guys.